get it. Joe Flacco, Joe Burrow, whatever. You know what I mean? But just savor the win, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Sometimes you're going to win a shootout. Sometimes you're going to win a low-scoring game. Sometimes you're going to dominate. It doesn't always happen.
I know we're going to talk about it throughout, the show today. It felt to me like Joe Flacco getting paid off. Let me tip it up in the air to myself with the defender right
nuts.
where he's supposed to be. Let me on third, and we got to go into the end zone. We know we have no choice. Let me just throw up a prayer and hope somebody lands on the other end of this. I'm not throwing it to anybody. I'm just throwing it into the end zone and hope a prayer gets answered. Well, they kept getting answered, and every time it did, I went, like it felt like that to me. Like Flacco is just praying for miracles, and they keep getting answered. I'm like, that ain't going to matter. Because Trevor's going to have the ball last, and you're not stopping him.
The fact that we kept answering every time when you just knew as a Jaguar fan, well, there it goes. They just tied it up. Now they're going to get the ball back again. We're going to come out here and go 3 and out, and they're going to go down the field and score, and there's the ball game for us. But they didn't do it. So you're hoping that they are figuring things out. Yes, don't let it be this close. But when it does get this close, maybe now we can figure out how to win it, because we've had a bunch of opportunities this season to win the ball games that we've been in, but we just couldn't figure it out. Hopefully now.
Going to be a bunch of guys on that defense getting ripped open today.
I mean,
they should be.
The secondary.
The entire secondary.
Stop right there. Secondary.
Let's say hello to young Dylan Denmark this morning. Excellent job on the Victory Monday Open. I know you haven't had a lot of practice at that, apparently.
No, I haven't. I got a new tradition, though, on Sundays, I think.
Oh?
So I went home yesterday after the pregame show, and I made a whole pack of bacon. I ate a whole pack of bacon before the game started, and we won. So I'm going to start doing that every game now.
You have not been doing this in the past
No,
weeks.
I have not.
Well, next week it'll be breakfast time anyway, so it'll make sense.
Yeah,
full English. Are you going to go the full English breakfast in a can?
Nah, I'm going to just scrambled eggs and bacon.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too appealing.
Shout out BTJ, by the way. Man, I took that man to breakfast bowl.
Dylan, you're on the internet a lot. You're a young guy, right? Have you seen a breakfast bowl update
I ain't
this
seen
week?
nothing, Mike. You seen something, Mike?
I haven't seen an update this week on the breakfast bowl. I'm not sure how it turned out this week.
Well, I know how it's going to turn out. I don't think it's official yet, but I think if Kamara plays tonight, I'm going to be buying breakfast this week is the way it looks.
Dylan, are you buying breakfast?
Nope.
What about me?
I went to bed at halftime thanks to the hour-and-a-half delay on that one last night. I was like, I'm going to bed.
It was kicked it off at 9:45 last night.
I think they said Dak Prescott was the first quarterback to throw interception in 2 different days.
Oh,
in the same game.
Wow, in the same game. That's pretty interesting.
Which would make me the first one to do that and win.
I mean, everybody's talking about what a phenomenal, drive. And they worked the time down to nothing, to like 22 seconds. I think they left Pittsburgh at the end, but they scored that thing on 4th down now, man. You know what I mean? It was this close to not being this great comeback. It was this close. But, hey, you know what?
That's the NFL.
They won, right? So they're loving life. If Pittsburgh makes one more play, they're loving life last night. So that's the way it goes. For one day, can we not love life here in Duval County proper and all that beyond it as well? If you want to be a part of the program today, and why wouldn't you? Happy Victory Monday. Pick up the phone on the Garber Auto Mall phone lines. Call us at 641-1010 and get it off your chest. Hopefully at least, if you're going to go negative, at least have some positive, something to balance it out.
Should.
I mean, there are issues. There are issues.
Win.
Man, the win is so much better than all the rest of it that goes along with it. So we will talk about the highlights and the lowlights today. Jags win it 37-34, 641-1010. Also on the let's see, what do we got? On the Garber Auto Mall phone lines and the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can hop in the YouTube virtual studio and get in the chat there. And on social media today, you can find us at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony. On Instagram, it's David Garrard _9. He's pantomiming it to me in case I forget. And, of course, at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
2 fisting claws with a pack of bacon, and that is a good way to spend a Sunday right there.
Breakfast of champions.
Oh, my gosh. Hey, I don't know if they're champs, but they're 1-0 this week. The Jacksonville Jaguars are, thanks to the efforts of one Dylan Denmark. So let's talk about it. Let's revel in a little Victory Monday. We'll give away some Victory Monday shirts today. I really haven't decided how. Maybe on a whim at any given moment. I will say this.
You get a shirt. You get a shirt. You get a shirt.
Yes, Dave was pointing at me, Tony, and Dylan,
Yeah.
of course. But I'm going to say I'm not going to put it on the front desk to mail them all over creation. If you can make it by the front desk here at 1010XL World Headquarters. Now, that doesn't necessarily go for the 3 people that have been promised shirts for various reasons, right? Longtime supporters of the program. For instance, Doom's getting a shirt. He came in and he grilled out for us on the 4th of July.
He did?
You kidding me?
Wow.
You know, Al Stewart's getting a shirt. He brought us a whole box of custom-made The Sun Never Sets on Duval County shirts, for instance. So there you have it. All right, let's spend some time with you, the great Jaguar fan base, who have been hopefully starving for a victory, but now have a little something in your belly to tide you over as they get ready to make the 2-week trip to London and hopefully come back with a 3-4 record. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, David Garrard, Dylan Denmark here with you. It's a Victory Monday on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Get insight from the Jags head coach.
I believe that our goals are still in front of us.
Doug Peterson joins the Frangie Show Fridays at 4:05. Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL.
Our most popular meat combo is ready to grill this season. Pounds and pounds of marinated steak tips and chicken, fresh ground beef, and homemade sausage. Just ask for the sampler combo.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Who has the best lineup this season? Honda. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans, hybrids, and electric. This is one of the greatest lineups Honda has ever had. And now is the best time to purchase or lease one. Visit your local Honda dealer now. Remember, only a Honda is a Honda.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A. member FDIC.
Dreamfinders Homes, Monday.
On Jaguars Today.
Hey gang, Prosser here. Telling you once again about Chad and Sandy Newman. Mortgage rates are down, creating more active buyers and sellers. If you've been waiting, now is a great time to sell your home before more homes flood the market, driving down prices. So maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale, but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. They can handle that. You see, Chad and Sandy can take every problem you think you have and replace it with a promise. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. The success stories are rolling in. Mike and Lisa in McCormick. We inherited a family home that came with equity but also a mortgage. We needed to sell fast to avoid extra expenses on a second mortgage. We heard about Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. Everything they say on the radio is true. The home sold in 3 days for full asking price. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200, or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, ANDSANDY.com.
Brackish Vodka, the official vodka of UNF Athletics, 100% made in Jacksonville, is available at all local liquor stores. Visit Browdy's, Total Wine, ABC, Shores, Golden, Sahara's, Golden Ox, and more. Drink our gluten-free San Francisco Spirit award-winning vodka and see why it's the smoothest vodka you can buy. When you drink Brackish Vodka, you support all of our local employees, and all the money stays in Jacksonville. Drink Brackish Vodka and live life slightly salty. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Arrested? Got traffic tickets? DUI? License problems? Gun charges? Drug charges? If you've been charged with any crime, call me, criminal defense attorney Malcolm Anthony, at 285-4LAW. That's 285-4LAW.
Cyber threats don't take time outs. Protect your business with DoubleCheck Cybersecurity's AI-powered solutions. Get 24/7 defense and stop hackers before they score. Don't wait. Visit doublecheck.com to schedule your free security consultation today.
Get the latest on the Gators from one of the greatest Gators.
Touchdown, Gators!
Chris Doring joins Dan and Jeff on the Drill Tuesday morning on 1010XL.
Go game!
Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Hey, David again with Royal Pest Services. TAP Insulation stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Keep your home cool, noise out, and pests dead. Visit RoyalPestServices.com to schedule a free inspection.
Universal Roof and Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game. Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal.
Brian Thomas Jr. was special on Sunday in Houston. The teal and black wideout recorded 86 yards on 6 receptions and added in a touchdown in what was a stellar showing. The young rookie shined like the superstar that he is, and there's plenty excitement to see what's next for him. Brian Thomas Jr. is your Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Game.
Rake in the savings this fall with Universal Roof and Contract. Enjoy 15% off all roof repairs and replacements with financing options as low as $115 a month. Protecting your home has never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP. This offer expires October 31st. Protect your home and your wallet. License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. This election, if you want someone who will take care of the messes, someone who isn't afraid to get dirty and work in the trenches, someone who will pump out the problems and prevent future ones, vote for the Duck.
Need your septic tank serviced? Call Duck Duck Rooter, your 5-star Google-rated septic company. Visit duckduckrooter.com.
I approve this message.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
If you're getting married or want to upgrade your bands, now is the time at Beard's Diamonds.
Because it's Beard's Diamonds' incredible buy one, get one on wedding band sale.
At the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I
He's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Brought to you by WaterboyJacks.com.
Yeah, baby. Victory Monday will get me chair dancing.
Man, it feels so good.
Oh, it feels so good. It beats the alternative with a big fat stick every single time. Beats it into submission, as a matter of fact. And yes, he gave up 34 points to the Colts. Hey, Colts have won twice as many games as you.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So who cares? I mean, we care. It's got to be fixed. Doesn't have to be fixed on this Monday morning.
No, not today.
Not today. It doesn't have to be fixed. But it is safety play. We talked about this a lot in the postgame yesterday. It's concerning.
It is.
Right now, you know? Dewey, come save us.
Somebody.
Right?
I mean, so just watching Cisco, for some reason, he's not his speed isn't quite.
Or is it that? Is it reaction?
Well, his angles, and he's not able to run through the angles he's using to have his speed catch up to where he wants to be. He's still getting behind guys, and maybe he's not seeing the action happen, so he's not getting good jumps. He's not being instinctual, whatever the reason is, but you don't see him hawking guys down. You know, that's kind of concerning.
Well, there you go.
Your safety should be one of your faster guys to save those 75-yard touchdowns.
No doubt. Look, that's
kind of what I think.
I'm
in my
sure
head.
that's the biggest area of concern this morning, right? But it's been other things in other weeks, and you know, for one day, the positives outweighed the negatives, and you put up more points than your opponent, and you know, it's something to build on. And again, nobody's sitting here going, "Okay, now 13-4 is what's," you know. It's not that. Just happy in the moment. We're still in the bubble. We're in that 24-hour bubble, and we're feeling damn good. All right, let's get to the lines. 641 1010 is the way to get on board here on Jaguars Today. On a Victory Monday, we'll start with Casey on the north side. Casey, what's going on?
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Good. Hanging in there, bud.
I think the Jaguars will come back from all of this, all these wins. What y'all think about them getting a wild card if they went out?
Well, if they win out, they're going to win the division, probably. But is it possible for them to get a wild card? Sure, it is.
Yeah, 13-4 they'd be feeling pretty good.
I love the call. First one.
Right on. Look,
I said, are we going to the Super Bowl when I walked in today?
You did. And you can be a wild card and get to the Super Bowl 10-7. Look, just here's what we need to be. 2-4.
Yes. That's
get to
exactly
2 and
what I was
4.
going to say.
Yeah. Right? And then we'll worry about 3 and 4 from there. But, look.
We got to string some of these together so that we're not just going off of one win after 4 losses.
The math is against you making the playoffs when you start 0-4. But there are more playoff teams than there used to be as well. So, root against everybody in the AFC right now. I don't know who to – was it better that Houston won and just figure, you know what, we got to get a wild card anyway. We can't reel them in.
The Jags just got to start winning games.
Just win games, right?
If you keep winning games for the next month and a half, and then you're looking up going, okay, these are the things that we kind of need to see happen, the next few weeks. But it's way too early in this process. As we've talked about for the last month, it's the frustration of you could have won 3 of the games that you played. The Buffalo game was what it was. You could have won the other 3 games that you played. You can't drop 1-score games over and over and over again in the NFL. You have to win them. Like, if you're going to be a playoff team, it's because you found a way to win 9 of those, right? Or maybe 8 of those, and you blew somebody out one time. That's how the NFL works. Well, they've dropped 3 of them. They got 1 back this week. So going forward, you get in 1-score games, you got to win them. They've put themselves in that situation. They have no margin for error in those kind of circumstances. They were able to come through yesterday against the Colts. Chicago's next up. We'll see what that looks like this week.
Let's go to Tom out in Fleming Island next up. Tom, good morning.
Good morning, and I just want to ask you guys and ask all of our fans, whatever you do, please say a prayer for Dewey.
Amen, brother. Amen. He might be charging in here on the white horse here pretty soon, I hope.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've had season tickets for 30 years. Sitting there yesterday when all at once Flacco did what he did, I started saying, what is going on? A heartbreaker, almost.
Almost, Tom. But, it wasn't to be for those dastardly Colts yesterday. So glad you could enjoy a victory down there and that Flacco did not. Bro, they lost that. That would have been the worst of all the losses they've had this year.
Easily.
Because they had it so much in hand.
Yeah. You're up 14 with just a few minutes left in the game, and you're like, okay, we just need to run the clock out. If we just win by a touchdown, that's fine. Not bang, bang, touchdown, 3 and out, bang, touchdown, and we're tied.
Yes.
And after an entire week of talking about is Trevor Lawrence ever going to be the guy, probably playing the best game he's played in a Jaguars uniform, right? Like, if you lose that
if
game,
you can't win then, goodness
like,
gracious.
It would have been it's like, all right, the sky's falling. We all know the sky's, but it's not. They won.
And honestly, with the offense being able to show up the entire game, that gives me a lot of positivity moving forward.
100%.
Doesn't mean everything is going to be A-okay, but it at least means our offense can see themselves performing through an entire game all the way to the end. And at the end, when we needed them to perform, they were able to show up and do it. Now we just have to get this. It's kind of like how the Jaguars have kind of always been. Offense shows up. Where's the defense?
Yeah.
Special teams here. Where's the defense and offense? Like, we just need everybody to show
But again, that's the NFL, man.
I know
the enormity of that face mask penalty, where now it's 1st and 25 and they run for a yard on the next play, and I'm like, here's the adversity they can't overcome.
Yeah.
And the next play is 61 to Kirk. I was like, it's a different team today.
Yeah.
Like, when that moment happened, I was like, the Colts can't beat them today.
And those passes against the Gus Bradley defense are not supposed to be there.
No.
And they got a couple of them. All right, let's get Ursula checking in all the way from Pennsylvania. Good morning, Ursula.
Good morning, guys. First of all, I want to just go,
It's a little louder when they win around these parts.
And more synchronized, too.
want to say best birthday present ever in my 58 years.
That was your birthday too?
Glorious.
You and Trev? You and Trev both had a birthday yesterday?
We did. It was glorious.
Well, happy belated to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what stood out to you?
Oh, well, the fact that when my Jaguar PTSD started kicking back in and they were able to come back, and those uniforms of the Prowler took me back to the good old days, and I'm hoping that this is the beginning of more wins for us.
Amen to that. Thank you, Ursula. Happy belated birthday to you, and let's make it an annual tradition that you check in. It won't be a game on your birthday every year, but, certainly don't be a stranger. And, I think a lot of Jags are feeling that way. Here we go. Here we go, Jag fans. Here we go, but wasn't to be, at least for that day, right? Doesn't mean they won't do it in some other moment, but for today, can we not relish the fact that they got the job done across the finish line? Ursula, thank you. We'll take a quick time out if you're on the line. Be patient. Got a lot of folks trying to get in today, and we love every single one of you. It's Victory Monday on Jaguars Today. Keep it right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Looking for a new vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot, or shop anytime at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime, powertrain, and 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give them the chance to earn your business today on Atlantic Boulevard or at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Ackerman Cancer Center offers women's health, diagnostic, and screening services, including contract-enhanced mammography and total body MRI. Early detection is the key. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Navy Mutual was created by service members for service members, so we know what it means to serve. Our policies have no active duty service restrictions, so you can rest assured that you're covered no matter your duty station, home or abroad. To go even further, we promise that premiums will not be higher for those who serve in dangerous environments, including aviation, diving, or on deployments. Let us help you protect those you love the most. Learn more at NavyMutual.org.
Jaguars Today Monday is built by Dream Finders Homes,
official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Get off the ladder and put on the helmet with Gutter Helmet of North Florida. We are family owned and manufactured locally. Cleaning your gutters is a dangerous and dirty job. That's why with Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. Water goes in your gutters while trash and debris go on the ground. It won't collect like filters do. Gutter Helmet protects. Call now for 10% off and a free gutter cleaning and tune-up with your purchase of Gutter Helmet. Call 904-762-7779.
Now the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Throughout the game, Jacksonville needed big-time players to make big-time plays. And BTJ, when the lights shine brightest, made everything A-OK. In the second quarter, Trevor Lawrence would find the superstar wideout for an 85-yard touchdown, making the score 10-7 with 7:02 left in the first half. The Thomas score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. Roof damage? Call before you claim. Green Law Group, fighting insurance companies for you. They will work for you when you have roof damage. Don't let your insurance deny you. Don't call an adjuster. Call Green Law Group at 904-302-7055. Remember, if you have roof damage, call Green Law Group before you claim. They've settled millions and will work hard to get your claim and new roof. Green Law Group. Call before you claim. 904-302-7055.
Grinding out good grades can be just as challenging as winning games. That's why 1010XL salutes the Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. Wednesdays on The Frangie Show.
Firehouse Subs is turning 30. Celebrate with them on Tuesday, October 8th from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Mandarin location. Meet Jacksonville, your favorite Jags players, and the cheerleaders. Join the fun at Firehouse Subs, 9825 San Jose Boulevard in Mandarin.
3D Digital has you covered for any of your business's digital marketing needs. From producing award-winning videos to getting those digital ads to follow your customers around the internet, our team has your back. Visit 3ddigital.com or give us a call at 904-712-4004 to schedule a free consultation today. 904-712-4004.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. HairForMe.com.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Can you believe they've been cleaning carpets in Jacksonville now for 20 years? Dave Benyon, his family and staff are so grateful of things and appreciate you, their great customers. In fact, October's birthday month for Zero Res. So what are we doing for customers? Just say happy birthday, Zero Res, and we'll give you $50 off. That's $50 off carpet, towel, and grout, upholstery, or area rugs. Zero Res, man. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
What a day for Tank Bigsby.
They run it with Bigsby to the middle of the field. There's a big hole, broke a tackle, got it to the 10. He's still grinding. He's still on his feet. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. What a run by Tank Bigsby. And the Jags have extended the lead.
Tank just kept on rolling.
He cuts it back to the middle of the field. That's good running. Tank Bigsby into the open field. 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Tank Bigsby has exploded for another score. 65 yards. How good is that?
Frank Frangie with the call on Jaguars Radio. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Brought to you by WaterboyJacks.com.
It's a David Garrard
Victory Monday.
Monday is what it is.
Yeah, right.
Let's get right back out to it here on the Garber Automall phone lines because they want to weigh in. And why not? Jag fans finally have a victory to enjoy. Regina in Mandarin, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Sweet, sweet Victory Monday.
Amen to that.
Shout out to Tank Bigsby. Shout out to Brian Thomas Jr. Those guys were awesome. It was beautiful to see the offense rolling. I'm not going to lie, just like the guy who called in who said that asked for prayers for Dewey. There were nail-biting times, especially I was worried about my husband picking up his heart condition. But I'm telling you, it was sweet. And I wanted to ask this question. Do the Jaguars have enough talent in the secondary? Is it because there's injuries and I'll take your comments off the air.
All right.
Jags!
Go Jags.
Go Jags.
Hard to know.
How many guys are out?
Tyson Campbell's out, but Savage is back now.
Yep, I saw him.
Dewey Wingard's out, but he's not supposed to be a starter anyway.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's Antonio Johnson makes a lot of tackles.
Yeah.
When you're making a lot of tackles in the secondary, sometimes that means you're allowing a lot of completions. You know, he and Cisco, I don't think, have been great at all. Deshaun Gibson, Tony, is it a 6-week deal on him?
I think that was what it was.
Right, so he'll be eligible to return in another week or to join the team in a week. Dewey should be close behind. Hopefully Tyson Campbell. I mean, do we have enough? Right now, I'd say no. It doesn't look that way.
And we play a ton of man, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it just seems like we shouldn't be playing a ton of man.
Well, they've played more zone here in the last couple weeks, and that may be what. But again, I go back to watching the way the end of that game went. There was the one play with Pierce where he got past everybody. That's obviously they blew a coverage on that one. The other Pierce play, the guy's right there.
Yeah.
He virtually hits the ball, and Pierce is able to tip it up in the air to himself and come down.
Right
It's
on
like
the sideline.
Like that's just a great play by a guy who goes up.
that's a great
that
play.
feels like a lot of luck in that moment. And if that play doesn't get made, who knows what happens with the Colts? I thought the first touchdown in that series of touchdowns, Joe Flacco literally just threw it up, and it felt like a sea of hands play. Like, that's what it felt like watching it. And all of a sudden, the Colts guy is the one who's able to come down with it. But I don't think that was Joe made a really good play and beat the defense. Like, that's not what some of those situations felt like to me. The culmination of all of it makes you go, what the heck is going on with the secondary? I think they were closer to making plays than they're getting credit for today in some of those moments. Now, if you don't make the plays, you don't make the plays. And like I said, they're going to get ripped apart today, and they should. Right? Like, the defensive coaches, the coaching they're going to be able to do today with that group of guys, it's going to be pushing hard.
There's no question that they deserve the criticism, but I hope, we're seeing some focus on, this offense excelled in a lot of areas that we've been asking them to do yesterday. Let's get back to these calls and see what's on their mind. Regina, as always, thank you for the call. Luis in St. Johns County up next. Luis, good morning.
Let's get it one time for the 904.
Duval!
Hey, a lot of positive yesterday from special teams to offense. I just have one question. Being that our secondary is kind of weak, why is Trayvon and Josh sitting on the sidelines in those crucial first and second downs, especially when the right tackle goes out? I would think that'd be an area you just want to go attack and just try to get to that quarterback. And I'll take your comments off the air, guys.
All right, appreciate it. I don't think those guys should both be out of the game ever. Together at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're rotating guys. I understand that you don't play. No, rare does the defensive lineman outside of like Max Crosby or somebody play high 90% of the snaps, but not at the same time. By the way, I thought Trayvon did put in work yesterday.
He did put in work.
I mean, my man. I thought that was a huge play at the end of the first half. It's you're kind of muddling along a little bit here, and it gives you that jolt going into halftime. You get the strip sack. Josh Allen recovers. You don't mess around. Let's take the points. It wouldn't have surprised me to see them throw one quick one to the end zone there.
Yeah. I saw this from John Shipley this morning talking about Trayvon and Josh. As he put it out, both those guys on a heater, combined for 13 pressures in Houston, combined for 13 again this week. Trayvon, 7 pressures, 18.4% pressure rate. Hines Allen, 6 pressures, 15.4% pressure rate, 26 pressures from that duo in the last 2 weeks. Now, that doesn't address the question of why in some of these critical moments are they being taken off the field. They don't play every snap.
Yeah.
Right? Like, everyone's not Max Crosby, where they're playing 98% of your defensive snaps. So they sub these guys in and out. The last couple of weeks, they've been good. Right? With the pressure stats, they've been good. Yesterday, Trayvon was best game of his career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was outstanding.
And the play at the end of both halves.
Yeah.
He shut down both halves for the Jaguars yesterday. One to give him a lead going into half, and the other to win the game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trayvon hasn't had those kind of spotlight moments since he got here.
No, Trayvon could have been player of the game. Tank could have been player of the game. BTJ could have been player of the game. Trevor ended up player of the game.
Yeah,
I mean, that was who we voted for. I mean, I don't know what else he could have done. And there's been a lot of deserved criticism heaped on Trevor this year. Doubt. He showed up yesterday.
He did. And to go back to what Mike said, they shouldn't both be out at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's where a lot of fans are looking at like, hey, why are both of these guys out when, okay, if we got one guy out, he's getting a breather. You bring him back in, and there's maybe a couple plays where they're still together, and then the other guy can come out. So I think they're just trying to do that NASCAR thing where they bring everybody in and out, and hopefully they'll see that we can't have both of these guys out for multiple plays.
All right, let's get back to it. Scott on the west side next on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Scott.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm not really falling for the lipstick on the pig from yesterday. Yes, great team win, but for 39-year-old Joe Flacco to come out there and throw all over the way he did on us, totally unacceptable. And plus, we got back we got back some guys in the secondary that we haven't had for the past few weeks, and we still let 39-year-old Joe Flacco go out there and put up 350 or however much it was. And, this was the first non-playoff team from last year that we played. We got to win. You see what happens whenever we play perennial teams, the upper echelon in the NFL. You see what happens. We fold. We look like the same old Jaguars. And my last thing, why is Jerry?
You know what? I can't do it anymore. It's just one negative
today.
After another.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
he didn't have any positivity.
I'm happy about the win, but let me go on for 99% of this telling you why we're absolute trash.
Yeah.
You know what? They may end up being absolute trash, but not today.
No,
okay?
not today.
I'm not going to – I had enough of it.
You let it go longer than I thought you would.
Right? I mean, and another negative thing I can add to that. Nobody's saying that they're going to win the damn Super
so many
Bowl.
times,
Okay?
yeah.
I mean, come on. Just enjoy life a little bit. We let 39-year-old Joe Flacco do this. It's the NFL, man. I mean, sorry. If you're not happy with the win, you lead your miserable existence. I don't know what to tell you. Let's go to Cody in Gainesville. Cody, you're next up on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, we could sit here and we could beat all day about, how bad we are, but it's the NFL. It's hard to win. Yesterday was my daughter's first Jaguar game, and she will forever have that rarefied air if she can say she went to her first game and the Jags got a win. Not many of us can say that. Let's enjoy it. Let's celebrate it. It's Victory Monday, man. Go Jags. And how about the Gators, too, getting a win? It was a great weekend.
Thank you, Cody. Appreciate it. I have no idea who the second team you're talking about is. But, that's fine.
I think that's where Ventrell Miller went to school.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That is the school that produced Ventrell Miller. So we're happy about that. Look, I mean, again, nobody's saying it fixes everything.
Nope.
But
enough things got fixed during the game yesterday for them to win.
I feel like people are almost angrier some people are almost angrier that they won. They won, but I can't be as angry as I used to be today. So, all right, whatever, man. Right. You know what? Lead a miserable
Well, you're
existence.
hoping that this catapults them into starting to win some ball games.
I hope it does, but even if it doesn't, Dave, they've gone through the Jaguar fans suffering for a month. The worst team in the National Football League for one day. You came through in the clutch. You made big plays. It was exciting. How many years, Tony? I don't care. Even if we win or lose, as long as it's an exciting product. Was that not an exciting game yesterday?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
I mean, and you won it.
Yep.
And your multi-bajillion-dollar quarterback had a career performance.
Yeah.
And, your offense clicked. And, your defense let you down. But your defense has also kept you in 3 of the previous 4 games that gave you an opportunity to win those. So it's
the first week they've been that kind of bad. Like, that kind of bad. Buffalo got on them, but Buffalo got on them. Like, on both sides of the ball. They were kind of dead in the water from the moment that game began. I'm not going to freak out about the defense today because of the things that happened late. Again, I put out how I felt about it. I thought that the Colts were playing a high wire act and somehow stayed on the beam, right? Like, that's what it felt like to me at the end of the game. Good for them that they found a way to do that, but I didn't come out of it going, how dare they let Joe. I was like, all right, they won the game, right? Like, with all that chaos being created for a team that every time they have been put in that kind of thing, this year they went, oh. Like, at some point they didn't do that yesterday when they needed to. They made the plays that they had to make and won the game.
And they didn't let Flacco scramble around and make a ton of amazing plays.
He made that one run.
He did make one run. So,
that's
probably all he had in his tank.
18 miles an hour. Joe Flacco ran 18 miles an hour.
That's pretty good, though.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But if you let any quarterback worth any salt sit in the pocket and be able to deliver balls to guys that are somewhat open, they're going to do that. So you can't just say, we let Joe Flacco do this. He's got way more brains than any other quarterback because he's played for so long that if he can just get the ball out of his hands, make accurate throws, he can make plays too.
All right.
That's just how it is.
Moving along, let's go Jason on the west side next up. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning. Everybody was saying, I told you Trevor was going to do it. I knew he was going to bounce back, and I'm just glad that all the doubters just
Jason, what do you got going on in the background, man? We can hardly hear a word you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
No, not really.
You can hear a lot.
I mean, Go ahead. There's a lot of rustling going. All right, I guess he's gone. I don't know what that was.
I think he was working and trying to.
He may have been, but
quietly talk at the same time.
All right,
it doesn't work that way.
All right, let's try
Priorities.
Steve in Melbourne. Steve, you're up next. Go ahead. Duval. We don't usually get the Duval out of Steve too often. Steve, what's on your mind?
Hey, after yesterday's game, I really needed to be said. It was a great game to watch. Trevor, I've been waiting for that performance out of you. You played a great game. Got a little greedy on the one pass, but you played a great game otherwise. Great game by the guys we were wondering about over the offseason with Tank. He ran hard. Brenton Strange, great TD catch because Trevor never took any pepper off that ball. He bulleted it. And even though the secondary wanted to kind of give this game away, Ventrell, you made me proud to be a Gators fan. You played your butt off 2 weeks in a row. Josh Allen, Trayvon, you played a great game. O-line 2 weeks in a row, great game. I was just happy for the game-winning field goal.
Where's my bell? Come on. We've been waiting for somebody to come in and praise the O-line. Dylan's taking a nap. Steve, you're going to get a Victory Monday T-shirt, and we'll even send it to Melbourne for you. We've just been waiting for somebody to call in and say something positive about the O-line who did not allow Trevor Lawrence to get touched yesterday and produced a pretty damn good running game.
And Ezra Cleveland picking Tank up on that touchdown
Ezra
run.
just showing some attitude. Steve, hang on the line, Steve. And we were sitting here amongst ourselves saying, all right, let's have a few key things here. If they mention this, we'll give them a shirt. And we've gone this deep into the show, and everyone, but damn that secondary. We got problems with the secondary. Yeah, okay, we do.
They might.
We've had problems for the first 4 weeks, and we've done nothing to beat them into the ground for 4 weeks. Be happy for one freaking day of your life. My gosh. Jags 1-4. It's Victory Monday. We'll take a time out here. See, there are certain things. We're looking for ways. We don't just want to go, hey, first 6 people will call. Here's a T-shirt. We want to make it a little bit more creative. So Steve's going to get one because we've been waiting for somebody to mention the damn O-line. You know why? You know why you mentioned the O-line? Because they didn't get mentioned yesterday, right? Because when they don't get mentioned, it means they're not screwing up.
Yep.
And this just had a really good day. The tackles played better. Everything clicked.
I get that the Colts' defensive line wasn't at full strength, but you can look at the numbers through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were somewhere between 20 and 30% pressure rates is what they were getting, right? Yesterday was 5%.
5%. And that's 5% pressure, no hits, no quarterback hits.
Right. It was an amazing job. The offensive line the last 2 weeks has done the job for this football team.
You get a shirt, Tony.
Right, like after the first 3 weeks with everything we taught, the chaos that had been created, what's going on with our left tackle, Cam Robinson? Is it time to bench these guys? Do we have to take a look at young guys? Well, the last 2 weeks, they have been really good up front, and it's given them a chance week to week to get the offense moving. Yeah.
All right, halfway home, if you want to get in, there's plenty of time for you to do that and just dwell on the negative, I guess, only for a small percentage of you. I've had enough of dwelling on the negative for one day. We get it. The secondary gave up way too much yesterday. I don't know how many times we can repeat it. It's not going to change it for one day. Can we focus on the myriad of things that went right yesterday to enable the Jags to get their first win, at least for one morning on this program? It's Victory Monday on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey for Awaken 180 weight loss. Always a victory if you go with Awaken 180 because they deliver every single time. You want to lose weight, lose it fast. Everybody wants to lose it fast, right? Well, Awaken 180 will promise you're going to lose 4 to 5 pounds a week on average, and that's exactly what happened with me. Dropped about 26 pounds in a month, and I've been able to keep it off. That's the key. Can you maintain your weight loss? Awaken 180 has perfected their system with over 21,000 customers over the years. They have over 98% satisfaction rating from all those people that have used Awaken 180 services. Hit your goal weight, free coaching and support for life. That's the phase I'm in. Hacker just went over 100 pounds lost with Awaken 180. What better testimonial could you have than that? If you want to be the next success story, call 844-346-1800. That's 844-346-1800 for Awaken 180. Go online, schedule a free consultation at awaken180weightloss.com. Don't just lose it, keep it off.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios.
This is the last play of the game.
After the game, join Hacker, Leon, and Coach Campo for the Window World of Northeast Florida 5th quarter. Presented by Von Rowan Law. Zach's got your back. 2 hours after the final whistle on game day on 1010XL.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is Keith Scott with Veterans Wholesale Cabinets. We are Northeast Florida's cabinet experts and your best option to elevate your home improvement project for both homeowners and contractors, and attention to detail to every project. VeteransWholesaleCabinets.com.
Hey Googans, Dr. Chris Kopp, PT here with Premier Physical Therapy of Jacksonville. Is pain interfering with your life? Looking for a specialist for the rehab of your young athlete? Whether recovering from injury, surgery, or improving overall function, Premier PT Jax provides personalized treatment with compassionate care. My team of experts are ready to serve you at 3 locations: Plana Vedra, San Pablo, and US 1 Phillips Highway. Visit PremierPTJax.com or call 904-996-6922. PremierPTJax.com, where your journey to wellness begins.
Dreamfinders Homes, Monday on Jaguars Today.
Hello, I'm Malcolm Anthony. I've been practicing criminal defense law for over 40 years. It's what I love to do, it's what I do well. Stay out of trouble, but if you don't, call me, Malcolm Anthony, at 2854-LAW. 2854-LAW for Malcolm Anthony.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their REME Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Attention veterans, the Fed has done it. They've lowered interest rates, the moment we've all been waiting for. And at Loan Pronto, they've lowered mortgage rates along with it. It's Prosser here for my friends at Loan Pronto. Listen, if you're a veteran with a current mortgage rate over 6%, Loan Pronto can do a streamlined refi, lowering your monthly payment with no income verification and no appraisal. Veterans can now access up to 100% of their home's equity and turn that into cash. You can get 50, 75, even 100 grand or more with no junk fees and no hassle with an APR in the low fives. So you can pay off all those credit cards, personal loans, and car loans. Veterans typically cut their monthly payments by $850. At Loan Pronto, they respect what you've done for our country, and we show it. Call now for a free rate quote with no credit pull. 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508 or loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781.
Craving a cold one? Well, zip into one of the great Gate locations you see all over town and pick up a cold Bud Light, or a Natty, or an Ultra. Maybe a 12-pack of the King of Beers, or some cold Coronas. It's all happening at your local Gate convenience store. Slide on in today.
Former Gator and Jaguars linebacker Mike Peterson and Mandarin standout and Gator cornerback Fred Weary will be inducted into the Florida Georgia Hall of Fame. For tickets to the celebration lunch Friday, November 1st, go to GAFLJax.com.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. Even with the Gators' victory over UCF, head coach Billy Napier is looking for the team to improve.
We are still a work in progress. We've got a lot of areas where we need to continue to improve. We need to improve the football, and we need to continue to improve our mentality and approach.
Florida QB Graham Mertz, with the victory over UCF, shared the team wanted to get off to a good start.
It was a great first drive. We definitely need to, that was the point of emphasis, start fast. And I thought that we did a good job on offense tonight.
Knowles head coach Mike Norvell, despite the loss to Clemson, liked what he saw from starting QB Brock Glenn.
He did a very solid job. I appreciated his energy. He showed toughness throughout the course of the game, made some really good plays.
At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
At 11 o'clock, it's 77 degrees. Time and Center brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Not just Monday, David Garrard Monday on 1010XL. Brought to you by WaterboyJax.com.
Here's how you do it. You know what? It could have been disastrous when Tank Bigsby lost control of the football when he's going into the end zone. But it wasn't, and he recovered it anyway. And I'm not even sure what they ruled. Did they rule he broke the plane before he lost control of the ball on that first touchdown?
I think they may have ruled that he fumbled it, but he recovered it himself.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's allowed to advance that. No one else could advance it, but he can.
So there's the negative. Tank Bigsby had 13 carries for 101 yards. I think that's what the numbers were. And a pair of touchdowns yesterday. There's the overwhelming positive. And he looks like a freaking beast out there. Yeah, 13 for 101 with a longest 65. So he showed a little speed. He showed plenty of power. And what I loved, Dave, is when that first touchdown, he was like, I ain't going around you. I'm going to go through you if I possibly can. And then Ezra comes in there and like, I'm coming with you.
Yep.
All right. And when Tank got to the sideline, it was like Josh Hines out. It was like all the big dudes on the team, all the leaders on the team, recognizing the effort that he gave in that moment and coming up and making sure they dapped him up. You know, I just thought it was awesome.
Well, he's running with so much confidence, so much swag. Like, you can just tell, like, he has it now, where last year everything was so new and things were going over his head. He couldn't, he was swimming upstream. But now he's like, look, I am in my bag. I know what to expect. I am there before you get there, and I know what you're trying to do. I can make this cut, and then I can outrun you and turn around and point at you. Just run into the end zone. You don't have to worry about who's behind you.
All right.
I thought it was interesting because he was one of the post-game locker room interviews that Bucky was able to get, and so he's got Tank sitting there, and Tank was asking him, like, last year compared to this year, what's going on? He's like, last year it felt like I had flies buzzing around my head the whole year.
Yeah.
right? Like, just couldn't get
so
centered.
much happening. Like,
right. And he's like,
where am I going?
he talked about it. I'm so much more relaxed this year. You know, the game is slowing down for him, and it's showing up.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the lines we go. Jamie out at the World Golf Village is up next. Good morning, Jamie.
Happy Victory Monday, fellas.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Hey, it's hard to win in NFL. I've noticed it's Victory Monday, not Doomsday Monday, but half the teams in the league are going to have a loss today. So, I mean, we need to celebrate that. I'm just pointing out the guy you hung up on, man. Somebody needs to
look, there's room for some critique, but if it's just an endless drone of just trying to pull the negative out of the first win of the year, I'm over that. So, anyway.
All right, real quick, 3 things. Offense, scored, love it. 3 phases of the game. Defense, made the plays when they need to. How about the sack at the end of the game? Came through when we needed. Special teams, the rookie nails the field goal. Hey, there's a lot to celebrate. We're gonna concentrate on that. We'll work on the things we need to work.
All right, hang on the line, Jamie. Hang on the line, Jamie. Don't hang up. There you go.
Jamie.
You guys are not getting the game we're playing here. Jamie had a T-shirt sitting there waiting for him. We're waiting for somebody to mention the kicking game.
Yeah.
Cam Little coming through in the clutch.
I can add to this that a few moments before Jamie called, we just got this on the text line if we want to go this direction with it, because we do have the phone number for the text line. That's sitting in. Morning, fellas. I can't call because of work. However, I'd like to shout out our kicker, Little, clutch game winner.
Yeah. There you go. We'll find that one on the text line there, Dylan Denmark, and hook that person up with a Victory Monday T-shirt as well. We're feeling out the particulars of how this whole thing's going to work, right? So we get it. You're not right there, but if we ask you to hang on, it's going to be for a good reason.
It's the inaugural Victory Monday
Exactly.
T-shirt, so.
Exactly. Eric at the Beaches is up next here on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Eric.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We can.
Just another Victory Monday.
Yeah, all right, we'll take it. You know,
I love singing that song. BCJ, stud. Tank, stud. Trevor, stud. You know what was big? Little was big. But the biggest shout out, the Ring of Honor, the living legend, Coach Tom Coughlin, huge deal. Let's go, Jags.
No doubt. Let's go. It was great. I mean, again, not a day you can lose that game, right? I mean, you can, but
not a day you want to.
That's a day you got to take care of business, and they took care of business, so we'll move on from that. And I know everybody's like, hey, man, bring the Prowler throwbacks, and they're not going to do it. Right? They're not, because it's such a thing that you can hang out there and look forward to.
Yeah.
Tony mentioned earlier, why do they ever change them? Why does any team change their uniform?
I know.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Right? You got to buy this version of.
You got to buy
new
this
version.
Gear. Yeah,
exactly.
Well, when they put out the Prowlers, we saw what happened at the store.
Yeah. Absolutely.
When we were playing, it was the all black.
Yeah,
that was the thing. The all black was the thing. So
I never liked the all black.
Oh my god.
You know what? Because I always
So
felt
cool.
like teal's the identity of the team. There should have been stronger teal accents or something, because I see that and I'm like, how are you different than the Ravens? I don't know.
It don't matter, because
I know
that
you love
wasn't
them.
our
Players
look,
love them.
and it was a nighttime thing, and it was like
gotcha.
just when you wear your all black Air Force Ones.
Right on.
It means we come to battle, baby.
Eric, thank you for the call. Tom in Arlington, you're up next on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Duval.
Yeah, the gentleman caller's negative. I got to tell you, it was alumni weekend. Coach Coughlin got inducted to the Ring of Pride, and the gentleman's little girl got to see her first Jaguars game, and they won. My comments are here, and I'll take yours off the air. They fired on all cylinders. They played with grit, as Tom Coughlin put it. Everything wasn't perfect, but it was darn sure good enough to get a win. It was a deserved win, and I'm such a Jags fan, and I love you guys, and y'all have a good week. Okay?
See, that's bringing people together, Tom. We love you, Tom, and I'd hug you right now if you were in this room. All right? I mean, look, again.
Yesterday was amazing.
Not going to change your life, man, but don't we want joy out of this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yesterday was whatever you thought it could be, right, with the Tom Coughlin stuff, getting those guys wearing those jackets. We've already talked about that on the show this morning. Tom Coughlin walking up there and waving to his grandkids as he's walking up. What's better, right, than these kind of things, watching that guy who built this thing to be what it was during that run through 1999, that he goes up there, we're going to put his name, that his kids, his grandkids, the generations of the Coughlins, the generations of Jaguars fans get to go in that building and see Tom Coughlin's name, right? Amazing stuff. They get to wear those prowlers. They find a way for the first time this year. Trevor Lawrence, who you're going, man, did we do this too soon? Should we made him play it out a year before we did the contract? No.
That's the game.
Right.
But you got to have more of those games.
No, they're gonna, and I have very little doubt they're going to get it. Trevor, I think this is who he can be for this team and this franchise. I just wanted to see it and to have that rewarded with a win with all the other chaos we can talk about in the secondary and the things that didn't quite go their way yesterday. The things that needed to go their way went their way. And they found an opportunity to win a game. They've blown them 3 times this year. They didn't yesterday. Have fun.
Yeah,
it's a victory Monday. You're allowed to enjoy football when it works out in your favor.
And let's also not have the tyranny of the minority here that most people are happy, I think, today.
100%.
So, right? And, just so let's move along from the ones who can't seem to take satisfaction at anything. Sebastian, you're next on Jaguars Today. Go ahead, please. Duval.
Hey, guys. Happy Victory Monday. First time calling in. I just wanted to take a second to say that, we made the joke yesterday. We were struggling with third and short the past couple of weeks, and it seems like they just took a period in practice every day this week and focused on those third and shorts. They did a good job with the quarterback sneaks and sort of, picking plays that didn't take so long to develop. And we also harped on, the play calling the past couple of weeks. Whoever's calling it, I feel like, they're quicker developing plays and getting the ball out. So overall, good win. And,
Hey, we need a bell in there, Dylan. Come on.
Come on, Pocket.
There we go.
Yeah.
Who would be brave enough to mention the play calling as a positive today? Sebastian. He gets a Victory Monday T-shirt
and it's
out
my
of this.
birthday, baby.
Happy birthday. All right, Sebastian, don't hang up, all right? We're working this out here. You're going to hang on the line. Dylan's going to get your info, and we'll hook you up with a Victory Monday T-shirt. I've been waiting to talk about play calling, but we wanted to let you broach the subject so somebody can have a chance to be the first to say it. I mean, what was wrong with that game yesterday? Yeah, anybody have an issue with the way Press Taylor called the 37 points they hung on the board?
No. It was beautiful because they executed the plays. Trevor had a monster day because he executed the plays. He got the balls to the guys, and they made the catches, and they did their thing. That's what we are trying to say. It is not just what comes out of the lips out of the play caller, whoever it is. The guys on the field have to go out there and execute. Now, sometimes they get put in bad situations, but it's up to the players to not make that bad situation worse. So that's why I'm saying great job by Press and Trevor in the offense.
Look, they did convert a couple of third or fourth and shorts yesterday, but overall, combining third and fourth down, 4 for 12. Still not getting it done, right? Mm-hmm. So, again, that's okay. You can point and say, that's not – if you continue to do that at that rate, you're not going to have a ton of success. You did yesterday.
They were magnificent on first and second down.
They were. They absolutely were. But,
third down and fourth down were still a struggle. There's no doubt.
And defensively, you allowed 8 of 15 conversions. So over 50% on third and fourth down. So, again, we're not trying to pretend that they played like the 85 Bears yesterday, right? We're just happy they won, trying to focus on a few positives because we've had such a morass of negativity, well-deserved for the first month of the season.
A morass
of negativity.
I'm going to look that one up.
That's what we're living in right now. All right, so we got Sebastian with a shirt. Victory Monday starting to get a little momentum right now. Our man Bush Drive Rich. What is up, Rich?
Fellas, how we doing? Oh my goodness, what a game!
So much
Fellas,
better.
Did y'all see my quarterback do his thing out there?
Yeah.
Did y'all see the defense get after the quarterback? Oh my God, we had more than 1 sack in a game. Oh, it feels so good about multiple people. Oh, thank God! And did you see those uniforms? Oh my God, thank God for them uniforms. And did you see Tank? That man Tank had a full premium of all unleaded fuel in that tank yesterday. Oh, thank God. And thank God for the play calling. Thank God for my coach who's no longer on the hot seat. And thank God for, our GM for doing what he does. But I just want to thank God for everything. And thank you, Jaguars, for making it a good start to in October. Go Duval and Jaguars.
Hang on the line, man, because, we didn't even put it on the list of things. I didn't know if anybody'd call up and actually say something about Balky in a positive fashion. So, Dylan, if you'd be so kind, on line 3, we'll hook up Bush Drive Rich with a Victory Monday shirt as well. So you're starting to get it.
Yeah.
Now we're looking for some key indicators. There's still a few out there that have not been mentioned that we're hoping to hear from for the first time. So what do you think is being under-discussed today? I felt like Rich, for a minute there, was going down the checklist.
I thought he was, too.
Let me fire one at Tank. Let me fire one at this, that, the other thing. Balky? Will that get me a shirt? All right, yes. In this case, it absolutely will, all right? So you can try to follow Rich's example if you'd like. We got to take a time out here. We still got to go around the league. We got a lot to do. It's Victory Monday. We don't know what to do with ourselves. How do you operate on a Victory Monday? We haven't seen that in 2024, so we're figuring it out here on Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL. It's the ultimate tailgate.
You could win a weekly tailgate combo pack from Southern Steer Butcher, valued at $100. And monthly winners get a Corona tailgate tent with a cooler, chair, and collectible football. Enter at 1010XL.com.
Do the Garber Wiggle, Garber Wiggle, 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 Garber Wiggle. If you're looking for a pre-owned vehicle with lifetime warranty, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Best price, best payment, best trade-in value, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. With a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, Garber Auto Mall can wiggle it. Visit us in Green Cove Springs or at GarberAutomall.com. And remember, at Garber Auto Mall, there is always a little room for wiggle. Garber Wiggle, Garber Wiggle, 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 Garber Wiggle.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O.
If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
Hicken here for Bound 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bound 9. Visit Bound 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bound 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Jaguars Today.
You're settled into a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Hey, gang, Prosser here to save you some cash. Maximize your home sale now with the market experts who deliver more money in less time, and those experts are Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you're worried about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. You don't have to worry. The worries are relieved with Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts we are trusting and recommending with the sale of your home. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Mortgage rates are down. It's time to create your market. Marvin in Cobblestone writes, my siblings and I moved our parents to Maryland so they can get some extra help as they get older. Next, we had to sell the home to get them some financial help for their extra care. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they delivered big. Chad and Sandy's team got our home sold in 7 days above asking price. You can too. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200, or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, ANDSANDY.com.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Is an injury keeping you on the sidelines? Whether it's your shoulder, neck, back, knee, wrist, or ankle, don't let pain hold you back any longer. At Injury Care Centers, they offer the same high-tech treatments trusted by the pros to supercharge your recovery without surgery. The road to recovery starts the moment you pick up the phone. 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008. Injury care starts at Injury Care Centers.
Go inside your home team's locker room with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Check out my blog at 1010XL.com
so you can catch all the news and nuggets you need to know.
My blog is brought to you by Roland Reach Plumbing,
where quality and experience count. Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Trayvon Walker was a terror Sunday in Jacksonville. The 6'5 defensive end tallied 5 tackles and 3 sacks, as well as a forced fumble against the Colts. Whenever the defense was in doubt, they could rely on Trayvon Walker to lay Indianapolis out. Trayvon Walker is your Superior Fence and Rail's Defensive Player of the Game.
If you're tired of your fence looking like a bad hair day, well, it's time for a fence makeover with Superior Fence and Rail. They'll make your yard the talk of the town with a new fence installed by their expert team.
Your fence is fantastic. My fence is giving all of my neighbors some serious pick and envy. Thanks, Superior Fence and Rail.
So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail for your fence installation project today.
SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Are you an experienced plumber or welder with MedGas certification and you're tired of being undervalued? It's time to make the move to Local 234 Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVAC Technicians. With the best pay in the business, you'll earn $36.50 an hour. With benefits, that's almost $50. It's not just a job, it's a career that values you. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Welcome to ABS Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized technology partner and home to Xerox copiers.
Advanced Business Solutions.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Jaguars Today on 1010XL with David Garrard. Brought to you by WaterboyJacks.com.
Cook puts it down. Little kicks it up. And the field goal is good. He drilled it. He drilled the 49-yarder. And the Jags take a 37-34 lead with 17 seconds to play in the ball game.
I mean, he did pipe that.
Yeah, he did.
He really did. Yeah. Right, like about a yard of draw right down the center of the fairway, baby.
Perfect.
It was just nice.
Yeah, he was the only part of that process that had me nervous. Just because he's never been in the situation before. I was confident he was going to be okay because I've seen him kick enough that I was like, he'll be able to handle this. But it was the one part of the whole equation when they got it back and got in that kind of range that I was like, all right. Let's see if he can stand up underneath it. He could. He was
Cam
perfect.
Little got it done. Let's hope he gets many more of those opportunities, pass-fail in those circumstances. You know, a little easier when it's tied at that point. But if you miss that,
sets him up so well.
Right,
Yeah.
one big completion, and
which we knew they could do.
it.
We knew they could do that.
Yes. Yeah, they might have scored a touchdown, Alex. Pierce, at that point.
Like, we haven't talked about the play Jarian Jones made on that first play in the series for the Colts before the sack, right? For Trayvon, that was a monster play because who knows what happens in the game if Jarian can't knock that one away.
Yeah.
But it was a really good play for the team. It almost felt like it let everybody exhale for a moment. It's like not every play has to be a 35-yard completion at this point in the game, and we go, like all the time on defense. Instead, you made the one. Trayvon closed the game.
All right, before we get back to these calls, stay right there. We're going to get you, the ones who are on hold, in rapid-fire fashion. Tony's going to take us around the league.
Now, Gems Around the NFL. Brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Indianapolis Colts guard Will Fries, who was carted off the field with an apparent leg injury yesterday against the Jags, underwent a surgical procedure yesterday for a tibia injury. Houston wide receiver Nico Collins left their game in the first half, was unable to return with a hamstring problem. Washington running back Devon Achane left the Dolphins game yesterday after suffering a concussion during the first half against the Patriots. Minnesota running back Aaron Jones left their win in London over the Jets Jets with a hip injury. The initial reports indicate that Jones should be able to play in Week 7. The Vikings have their bye this week. New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers said after the game that he's dealing with a low ankle sprain. He was able to play through it. Buffalo quarterback Josh Allen said after the game that he rolled his ankle. Allen was also evaluated for concussion, but was able to return to the game. And Denver right tackle Alex Palczewski is believed to have suffered a high ankle sprain during the Broncos win on Sunday. He will have further tests today to determine the extent of that injury.
All right. Thank you, Tone. Back around we go at 641-1010 on the Garber Auto Mall phone lines. And I think we got one shirt we decided we're going to see if anybody hits the tripwire for. And if they do, good for them. If they don't, let's keep talking Jaguar football. Jay on the west side is up next. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning. I would like to talk about how about the run defense. You know, only allowed 99 rushing yards this game. And the second-year players, Brenton Strange, Tank, Dentrell Miller. And then I know this is a rookie, but all these rookie young guys coming up, Cameron Little, they all stepped up in big moment. These young guys are showing out. And I want to talk about one positive in defense yesterday is the run defense.
Look, 10 for 38 for Trey Sermon. That's pretty good. You know, they held him down reasonably. No Jonathan Taylor. Helps in a big way, right?
Yeah, I mean, that first defensive stop down there on the goal line where they get the half-yard pass to Pittman, that made a touchdown by 2 inches, but they did get the touchdown. That was a heck of a stand. And it did feel like I thought even with them giving up a touchdown in that moment, there was an attitude something.
We're not going to just lay down.
Right, to what they were doing on defense in the game that day. Look, the fourth quarter played out the way the fourth quarter played out. You know, we've talked plenty about that. Before that, the Colts had scored 10 points. And 7 of them come on that first drive when they needed 4 plays from the 1-yard line to get into the end zone. Like, that is an attitude kind of moment in those games. It was good to see them stand up, the defensive line in that kind of moment, to not wilt under that kind of pressure.
I think if you take Flacco out, because he had the 21-yard run, right, which unfolded in reverse time. So 17 carries for 77 yards is what Indianapolis had with Flacco taken out of the mix. A couple of reverses, and but mostly Sermon and Goodson, 15 carries for 64 yards. You know, so it's 4 yards a carry, but it's not like
they never hurt you.
Never felt like they were running it down your throat. At least I didn't.
And I think for most of the season, it's kind of been that way. It's really been the pass game defensively that we've, for whatever reason, there's just chunk plays there so many times that you're like, all right, guys, just get a stop. I don't know, how many 3-and-outs do we have as a defense? You know, that would
Not
be
enough.
that would be one to look at, because it just seems like we don't have enough of those.
All right. Michael on the north side is next up on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Michael.
Happy Victory Monday, fellas.
Likewise.
Well, we dressed vintage and we played vintage. We had angry, nasty runs, putting guys in the dirt, breaking tackles, bombs down the field, a great O-line giving our guys some time. We had great-looking end zones, classic logo, Tom Coughlin in. Everything was put together. We weren't embarrassed, and we looked great. And I want to give a shout-out to Devin Duvernay, because plays like that, we were killing him on offense.
Right, my man went through the whole checklist, but he finally got to Duvernay, and that's what we were waiting for. So go ahead. I feel like that people are structuring their calls now to hit a lot of different topics. But go ahead, Michael. Continue your thought.
No, because, again, we're hitting bombs, but when all 3 phases are able to kill you, you keep your foot on their neck. They can't go, and they can't get a chance to get anything together, and we knocked them out. So Duval.
Don't hang up, Michael. Hang on the line, and Dylan will do something. I'm not sure what at any given moment. I saw Dylan on the text line just respond to somebody. Hey, what size shirt do you want Mike to ship you? What? When did I become FedEx, man? What in the world is going on here? But yes. All right. That's it for Victory Monday shirts today. Because I don't want it to, like, every Monday people are calling in
with a checklist,
and they go rapid fire on 8 different things, you know, just hoping that they hit the little thing. That's what we tried today, and so there you go. These shirts really do look nice, right? They're pretty simple. Yeah. It's this gold and teal and white. It's Victory Monday.
Love it.
You got the 1010XL and the Jaguar logo on the back and all that, so There just aren't that many of them.
Didn't see the back. Love the back.
Oh, yeah. Got the back, got the Jag logo, the current Jag logo, not the throwback. But, who knows?
All good. Maybe
one day in the future. All right, let's take a timeout here. If you're on the line, we'll do our absolute best to get to you in this final segment coming up. It's Victory Monday, people. I feel like we've gotten over the rough patch, and we're all coming together for a little kumbaya and just, hey, you know what? The Bears may beat us 47-2, but that's then. That's not today.
I hope not.
I hope not as well. All right. Mike Dempsey, David Garrard, Tony Smith, Dylan Denmark, and all of you out there celebrating Victory Monday on Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Food. Sandwiches, subs, absolutely. Somebody I know might need to look into buying some Dandy breakfast items this week. It ain't me, I'll tell you that. But if you're hungry for breakfast is good any time of the day. French toast is probably my absolute favorite breakfast item. Dandy makes a fantastic French toast. They make a fantastic just about everything you can think of. A full line of breakfast items, which you can swing by a gate station at 2 in the morning, and you're going to have a wonderful meal because breakfast is good any time of the day. But they got protein packs. They've got gourmet salads. They've got fruit cups and veggie trays. And yes, a classic line of sandwiches and subs that they've perfected the recipes of for nearly 70 years now. Some of them, they're still adding to the menu, but me, I'll always go with the classic tuna salad. You find your taste, swing into a gate station, head to the Fresh Case, and look for all the wonderful Dandy offerings out there. And the prices always put a smile on your face. When you're hungry in Duval, do what I do. Go out and make yours a Dandy and do it today.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
The Jaguars are back at Everbank Stadium to go head-to-head with the Green Bay Packers for our crucial catch game. Join us October 27th as we fight cancer through early detection, risk reduction, and awareness all game long. Lock in your tickets now by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you there.
Dreamfinders Homes Monday.
Jaguars Today.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation, with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Grab your lucky spot on the couch, because traditions make Sunday easy to enjoy. Bud Light, easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch. Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Give us your hot take.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
On the 1010XL text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm awake and I speak English, so yeah, I do know what you're saying.
Be part of the conversation. 641-1010.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood. Clayton,
I've seen ads for diamonds where you see the words all diamonds certified by IGI, EGL, or GIA. Just what does all that mean?
Frank, it's confusing because those letters represent various diamond grading laboratories. However, it's important to point out that labs don't certify anything. They issue diamond grading reports. The only entity that can certify the diamond is the seller. There's one exception to that, and that's members of the American Gem Society have the ability to certify diamonds through their partnership with the American Gem Society Laboratory. That's because it's the only partnership in the world where an organization devoted to consumer protection through gemological education and ethics has a laboratory built on the exact same principles. We have these certificates at Underwoods, but more importantly, we have American Gem Society certified gemologists that look at all of these diamonds and put our grade and our certification of the diamond's quality on it. And believe me, that's important.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass, and he told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm Mac with Baker Glass. No one treats you better. Facing a DUI charge or even a boating under the influence charge? Well, I'm your man, DUI lawyer Malcolm Anthony at 285-4LAW. 285-4LAW. Once again, 285-4LAW.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Sunday was a career day for Brian Thomas Jr.
Trevor drops, fires deep downfield, got a man, it's Brian Thomas Jr. 50, into Colts territory, 35, 30, 25, 10, 5, touchdown! Brian Thomas Jr. just went 85 yards. How good is that? And the Jags have taken the lead.
Frank Frangie with the call on Jaguars Radio. The Jaguars' first-round rookie had a career-best 122 yards against the Colts. His 397 receiving yards ranked 6th in the NFL. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the Cool Down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Man, we ain't ever cooling down. Trevor's going to throw for 800 yards next week. Are you kidding me? It's all sunshine and rainbows, baby. That's how we do it on Victory Monday. Nah, look, it is what it is, but it's for one day, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
To not go home and tell my wife, I'm not talking about it, right? Like she knows, and she's like, oh, and I'm like, I know you want to commiserate with me. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about it. We talked about it a little bit more yesterday, so it was a better, less stressful environment. For me
always
personally,
nice.
It is nice, Dave. It's just it was fun. It was a celebration of different generations of Jaguar football. It's a reminder. Your guy is 25 years old, man. Just turned 25 years old.
Wow,
that's young. I mean,
super young.
Like Bo Nix is like 25 years old.
Yeah, I know.
Right? And he's a rookie, so there's a lot of time for Trevor to continue to grow. He's got to play more like this more often. No question about it, but I'm happy that he did it for one day. Why don't we fire up today's 10-10 Take? Dylan.
10-10 Take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 Take. Brought to you by
Double checked. Cybersecurity made simple.
We are definitely well aware of the flaws of this football team. I mean, we are. We sit here and go, hey, it was great. The offense really not too many negative marks for anything yesterday, but there have been plenty of occasions this year when there have been negative marks for the offense, and we're not sitting here presuming, I don't think, at least I'll speak for myself, but I'm pretty clear that you guys don't think all of a sudden they found all the answers, right? That they snapped their fingers. But here's a big answer.
They found they could find them.
Protect your quarterback and
give him a chance.
You're going to have a chance. You've got playmakers on this football team. Tank Bigsby is emerging as a force. And look, I'm not trying to kick Etienne to the curb.
No.
But I love, let's have a little mix, right?
Yeah.
Let's keep the mix going. Dearness Johnson had a big run at the end of the game, picking up extra yardage after first contact. We haven't had Evan Ingram in about a month. Let's get him back in the mix. Brenton Strange is finally showing signs of development after getting taken in the second round last year. Christian Kirk can still play football, apparently.
Well, and I think, talking about the Strange thing, too, he's giving them something in the past game, which we didn't see him do much of last year. And it would make sense. They're counting on Evan Ingram to give them, in all those moments, those kind of things. But I don't think it's some accident that the run game is better when Strange is on the field basically all the time, right? Because I do think he helps them in those areas. And I think he helps them as a pass blocker too. And that he's adding that pass threat element to what he's doing as well. He's not Evan Ingram. They're not asking him to be Evan Ingram. They're asking him to be Strange. And that's been enough for the last couple of weeks when they've had to do it without Evan Ingram. We'll see what it looks like, what kind of plans they're going to have in place. I thought Doug Peterson, he was asked about, the Tank Bigsby stuff yesterday. And is he now the lead back with Etienne? And he's like, no, Etienne's our featured back. Tank was having a really good day. He deserved to get the ball.
Yeah.
That's why he got to play more than Etienne yesterday. It was a day where he should. It was obvious today we needed him to play more than we needed Etienne to play. And Etienne helped them, especially early in the game. His pass catching got things going, for that Jaguars team yesterday. So he still has obviously a vital role in what they want to do on offense. But, man, Tank Bigsby, after what happened his rookie year, that we're all, again, it's kind of like the Brian Thomas Jr. thing. That we're a month into the season, and when he gets the ball, we're all going, what's he going to do?
Yeah.
Right? Like, we have that kind of feel to where Tank Bigsby is at in his game right now. Last year, every time he was involved in a play, it was like, oh, what's he going to do? That's how it felt. We throw to him, boom, ball hits the ground. Like, that thing happened over and over. This year, he's making plays.
And it's great that you have two backs that have this ability.
100%.
When we had Fred and Mojo, nobody was like, oh, why are they giving the ball to Mojo at all? Because he can do a lot of things with the ball, and so can Fred. That's what you want. You want that two-headed monster so that when somebody's getting a little banged up, a little nicked, a little tired, you bring somebody else in with that same kind of zip and energy and pop. Defense is like, dang, man, they got too many guys coming at us because we're getting beat up. Because we're the same guys over here trying to tackle them when they're freshening up on the sideline, So I think it's a great thing.
Fred's so funny. You remember the game against the Colts when, what did they run for 3, whatever it was, right?
Stupid,
and so I'm like, yeah, man, you had over 100. MJD had over 100. I said, I think Alvin Pierman had 71 yards in that game because they came close to having 3 guys.
Yep.
And Fred's like, man, I hurt my hamstring in that game. Pierman's yard should have been mine. He wanted the other 71. He wanted them for himself. I do too. Freddie's the best. All right, back to it at 641-1010 on the Garber Auto Mall phone lines. Let's go to Anthony on the south side next up. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
Doing much better today. Thank you.
The scratchy voice, I was doing work in the north end zone yesterday.
Right on.
But y'all just spoke on what I was going to say, man. The tight ends really stepped it up. With Evans being out, Luke Farrell and Brenton Strange really stepped it up, blocking, receiving. And the receivers themselves, man, the route running seems crisp up. And just wanted to get y'all's take, too, on that first touchdown from the Colts. I don't think that ball ever crossed the line, so I just wanted to hear y'all's comment on that.
All right, thanks. I think it did.
The replay was a touchdown.
Yeah, I thought it did. By an inch or two.
Yeah.
It's such a low percentage play.
Yeah.
Like wow. I mean, give him credit for executing it, but damn, man. I mean, that was so Dave, once he got hit, he was not going to gain another inch, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, you had that ball just got across the goal line and I thought it was good on watching the replay.
Yeah.
So
and those are the kind of plays where you're like, okay, can we just do enough to get the ball in the end zone? You don't have to go into the end zone 5 yards. You just got to cross it 2 yards. So that's when we say they call the play, go execute it enough to make it a positive play, and that's what they did.
Tank, man. I'm just Tank running, crushing people, and then running by people was fantastic. It's almost like he listened to Fred. Right? Was it last week? When did he have the long run? Fred's like, he's got to take that one to the house. It was the Houston game, right? And Freddie's like, he's got to take that to the house. I'm like, Fred, they're not all you. Okay, they're not all 4-2.
He was looking for it yesterday. That was fun.
He was. He got it done. All right, let's go to Sean in Palm Coast next here on Victory Monday. Good morning, Sean.
Hey, good morning, guys. Just wanted to talk about Trayvon and how, at times he has been underwhelming through his career, but what a day to come alive. And, 3 sacks could have been 4 because the first sack Josh got, Trayvon was half the reason he got it anyway. But just a huge day for Trayvon, and it's nice to finally see him do that. Just need to see it more consistently. Just want to take y'all's comments off the air.
Hey, no doubt.
Could have been 5. Look, like Joe Flacco got rid of one with Trayvon falling down on him, on another one too. Like he could have had a 5-sack day yesterday.
Nobody wants Trayvon Walker to fail. No. Right? We want him to succeed. But we also have to be
the way
objective.
It's played out. Like, the way it's played out.
It's played out. The guy who went 1 pick later has been more productive. Yeah. Right. In fact, I saw one that he's been like the highest graded defensive lineman in the league, Aiden Hutchinson, so far this year. But I will say for yesterday,
he was awesome.
Trent Baalke had a good day in terms of draft. His guy Trevor obviously crushed it. But guys like Bigsby and Strange were like, what are we going to get out of these guys? Ventrell Miller continues to play well. Trayvon had a huge day, very successful. Now, Eric Armstead, Gabe Davis, I'd like you to join the party at some point in time. That would be fantastic.
And Brian Thomas Jr.
Thank you,
Jimmy
BTJ.
says is the next me.
Wow. Right. Jimmy saying maybe better than me. Yeah. And so it's BTJ. Who knows if we'll ever get anything out of Keelan Robinson, but he got the 17th pick. He gets Brian Thomas Jr., Keelan Robinson, and Minnesota's 3rd and 4th rounders next year. Now, at this rate, they're the last pick in the round, right? Because Minnesota hadn't lost. But I'll still take an extra 3rd and 4th rounder. We got Joey in Lake City next up on Jaguars Today. Good morning, Joey.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Well, what a game. Trevor was awesome. The running game was awesome. The Devin DuVernay acquisition. I mean, what a run. I mean, incredible. And that set up a touchdown. I think overall the defense obviously needs to have some help, but thought we did great. It was a great win.
Absolutely. Right. Look, the offense is going to need help at some point too, right? Yesterday was just a day where it pretty much all came together.
The defense played well enough 3 of the first 4 weeks for them to win, have an opportunity to win. The offense didn't pick up their rope.
Right, the offense is scoring 24 points a week. The Jags are 4-1 right now.
Like it's the game yesterday is like, well, what's wrong with the defense? Well, these things weren't wrong this whole time. They were wrong yesterday, right? Like it was a big issue for the football team yesterday. They haven't been this, throughout this entire process. So maybe they get back to more the mean of what we've seen through the first month. And if the offense continues to take a step, if the offensive line plays the way it's played the last 2 weeks going forward, this team can win a bunch of football games, I think. But they have to find some way to make this a consistent thing for them. But the last 2 weeks, the offensive line has done the job. Trevor, if he hits, we talked about it last week after the Houston game. If he hits one of those 2 passes, I think they win. If they convert 4th and goal from the 1, I think they win. If Gabe Davis holds on 3rd and goal, I think they win. Their margins were super thin in that loss to Houston. It's because the defense played well enough to make it a thin margin. With all the mistakes they were making on offense, if they get that defense back to that level, which isn't high level, but it was good enough to give them opportunities to win. If the offensive line plays the way they're playing the last couple of weeks, I think they can win a bunch of football games over the last 13.
And somebody called in earlier and said, "Hey, Indy's not very good." You're right; they're not. They're not world beaters.
Dealing with all kinds of injuries too.
Here's Indy's season: they lost by 2 against Houston to open the season, 29-27. So they're right there with the division leader. They lost by 6 to Green Bay. Now this was with Malik Willis, so that was not a good.
But their margins have been razor thin all year.
They beat Chicago. Yeah. Let's find out if we're going to do that this year. They beat Pittsburgh, who was 3-0 at the time, and then they lost to Jacksonville by 3. So, I mean, everything for them, 6 points, a 6-point loss in week 2 was the biggest margin either way between the teams. So they're in every game this year. Jags have been in every game, and they haven't won 2 games like Indy has.
We don't have the right whatsoever to talk about how bad they are when they have more wins than we do.
Yes.
So you've got to go out and beat who's in front of you. just period, point blank. That's how the NFL always is, because you want to say we should beat this team. We should. These are grown men that are all coming out here trying to compete, trying to win jobs and win games and make more money. So you can't just say we should beat anybody. It doesn't matter. Just like you said, they had Willis out there and they beat them.
They came up with a good game plan.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. The NFL is a did you league. That's the only thing in the end that matters.
Exactly.
Is did you win?
Yeah,
they did. Yesterday they won.
Yesterday, I mean, look, the Cleveland team they played is worse than this Colts team, in my opinion. Yep. I mean, Deshaun Watson
Cleveland is a mess.
Horrible. Yeah. How they lost that game is mystifying to me, but they did, and there's nothing we can do about that.
We were horrible.
But guess what? There's nothing the Colts can do about yesterday either. No. That's a big fat L for them, and we needed a desperately needed first victory, and hopefully many more to come. But at least for today, we went 1-0 on Sunday. How about
baby.
That? All right, let's welcome in Helmets and Heels.
Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
LB, good morning.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fantastic, thanks.
Things are better, right?
I mean, 1,000 times better. Can you imagine how depressed we would be with a hurricane barreling down on our state, the Prowler throwbacks, Coughlin going in, and if the Jaguars had lost that game, up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, how different we would be feeling?
Thankfully, all I can do is imagine it, because that's not real.
Yeah. Would have been more gut-wrenching, though, than any other loss they've had this year.
It would have been one of the worst losses, I feel like, ever, because, I mean, so many people stayed in their seats yesterday for halftime to be able to honor Tom, and look, it ended up being a magical day, and now I'm thrilled.
Yeah, right, exactly. Just appreciate it for what it is. Nobody's saying that they're going to run the table from this point. I'd be open to it, but not expecting it. So what will the ladies be getting into today?
Well, certainly we'll talk all things Jaguars. Mia was in the locker room, so we'll let you hear from some of the players as well. We'll get to a little bit of college football. It's been 51 weeks since my alma mater won and the Jags won all in the same weekend. 51 weeks. Yeah, laugh at that, Tony, because, of course, we should have you on to talk Vanderbilt, Alabama.
But I haven't mentioned it on the show, basically, at all. I've been doing all Jaguars, so
I get it.
I've been good.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
by the way.
Congrats.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to buy the T-shirt at some point. Vandy doesn't have wins like that often, so.
Look, the Braves are done, so he needs something.
Yeah.
The Braves are done.
I couldn't let it go without some kind of commentary. All right, LB, have a great show today.
Thank you so much. Our first Victory Monday ever for Helmets and Heels.
Yes, you noticed the shirts. We're on board with that whole thing right there. The old
I didn't get mine yet.
Monday. Yeah, that's a Jaguars Today kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand. So, maybe if you're still affiliated with the show and in some kind of official capacity. I don't know. But we'll work on it. There are
all good.
Many more weeks to come.
Fans out there are far more deserving than me.
Don't know if that's true, but we gave some away anyway. All right, Lauren, have a great show coming up. Helmets and Heels for the next couple of hours. DG, what's your week looking like ahead?
Just try to brace for this little storm that's coming. Apparently, it's coming to our side.
Are you going to London?
Well. I am not.
You're not? Okay,
No.
I wasn't sure if you were going to London. Yeah, it's everybody be safe. What is it? Milton is the new one?
Milton.
Yep.
And
someone took his stapler and he's pissed.
Oh,
yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Dylan says that there's another one right behind Milton on top
according
of that.
to TikTok.
So,
yeah.
According to TikTok.
According to TikTok.
According to the official news gathering organization known as TikTok. But it's probably accurate.
Yeah.
People know some things out there. All right, DG, have a great week, man.
Yeah, we will.
It's great to celebrate
Appreciate
Victory
it, guys.
Monday with you.
Love the T-shirt.
Yes,
and I love
keep
the
that
victory.
shirt clean because we may
Even
need it
more.
again. We may need it again.
Yep.
Tony Smith, enjoy your day. And Bowles won big this week. So
He did, yep.
You got that going for you. Baldwin did not lose, so Dylan's got that going for him. And Dylan has the high mark in the Breakfast Bowl for the week, at least up until this point. So there you
Congrats,
have it.
Denmark.
All right, there you go, everybody. Go Yankees, and obviously go Jaguars. Enjoy Victory Monday. We'll talk to you tomorrow on a Check the Tape Tuesday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.